Welcome to Grimm's. I'm Grimm. So good to have you guys with us for our 4th episode of Season 2 of RAVNICA, Tales of RAVNICA.
Yeah.
Woo! By the way, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, don't forget to just move your hand a little bit. Take that half second. Click that like button. And if you want to subscribe to us, then just a little bit more over. Real tough. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be made aware whenever we've served up some hot and juicy content for you guys, click on the little dinner bell and you can be notified. You could be belled whenever we come up with new stuff. Which
you can be dinged.
Exactly.
Dinger.
That's how you can make sure that you're not missing out on anything. All right. I'm going to quickly reintroduce these beer binging booze hounds. We've got Mr. Chris, Mr. Mark,
Yep,
Miss Lisa, and Miss Sarah. That one doesn't really translate to any kind of strange voice.
There
we go.
God.
Awesome. Let's do our little recap of what happened last session. So, you guys managed to kind of collect yourselves and started looting some things that you might need for your infiltration of the Gore House. You were putting together a bit of an outfit, and you guys went and spoke to Gilderoy. Other than that, you guys pretty much needed to rest because that Rakdos party doesn't get held up by anyone or anything. It's happening tonight. You guys have to deploy quickly, so you went to your rooms. You actually got to go and see your granny.
Yes, I did.
That's right. Tink went to go and see Spark Tova.
Asked her about Project Lightning Bug.
Yes, a little bit about Project Lightning Bug, what it was meant for,
Nice.
what ended up happening with it. It was some repurposing, new projects are kicked off elsewhere in the city.
And she told me I was terrible, and she gave me her wand.
Yeah, that's not episode specific though. Pretty much every time you see Granny, that will happen.
It's great. It's gonna be really good.
We also had another hostile conversation, hostile-ish, so between Zoralia and Veneer.
Could have gone worse.
It definitely could have, but they've actually kind of come together a little bit through it, I think.
We are best friends now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Zoralia wasn't the only one to talk to Veneer that night, though. That's the problem. You were visited by someone that you actually knew from your past, named Emil, who was the one who initially actually kind of memory scrubbed and mangled you and brought you on his side, along with his brother Isaac. But when they got a little bit carried away, apparently Dimitri focused in on capturing you alive so that you could kind of be returned and rehabilitated while giving no such quarter to Isaac, who he executed. And now Emil kind of wants you back. You being a very interesting way of phrasing it. He wants your body, but he...
Yeah, he does.
Is your vessel, I'll put it that way then. But yeah, he's even offered to take away any of the guilt that you feel as Veneer and bring you back as his brother, who he loves like a brother.
And I said, screw you, worry.
Yes, and then he said, screw you too, in a very nasty way. That's where we've left off, is with you guys trying to get back to sleep, because, yeah, in the aftermath of those half dozen or so people who he had kind of taken over, doing terrible things to others and then themselves when damage control kind of kicked in. You guys were put to sleep because you guys have another mission to do. So that's where we'll pick up, with you guys getting your rest, however fitful it might be, and then waking up in the morning. You guys have leveled up to level 5. Is there anything that you guys would like to do as you wake up in your rooms?
I would like to wake up early from lack of sleep, a lot on my mind, with all those people dying and everything. I'm going to take out my pen and paper. I'm going to write up a little note. I'm going to slide under Zorelia's door.
Oh.
And it's just going to say that there's a lot of heat on me right now, and I'm bringing that in to everyone. There's a lot of ears and a lot of eyes. Can't really be sure where they are. And until I can be sure of what's going on, I think it's best if I go and see if I can prep myself for what's to come of those things that really are hovering around me and weighted around me. Don't look for me. I will be in touch when I can, kind of thing. Just know that I'm not running away for any fear of guilt or anything like that. I will be back, and as proof that I will return, I will leave her my ladle.
Oh.
And I will wedge it under the door as she hears it. and then as I run down the hall.
I do like the idea that it's just the handle of the ladle that's under the door.
Yeah,
the
'cause I
ladle
can't
itself isn't coming to the bottom.
And then she goes to open the door and it's wedged. And she's like, what's going on?
What the hell? I'm stuck in here.
Yeah, and then you hear the pitter
Vinny,
patter.
oh.
Yes, that's right. You did come to me, considering how daunting of a prospect Emil kind of represented. Mm-hmm. You didn't exactly want that dogging the entire party's footsteps as you were doing another mission the whole way along. So yeah, that was probably a good play to pull Veneer out so that somewhere far from the rest of these guys and their very timely and important missions that they have to get done, you're kind of working on ways to protect yourselves, supplant him, find out more.
Gather my resources and stuff from people that aren't gonna be expecting me, places he won't expect me to be. I'll be all disguised up and stuff, so.
All right.
It's the goal anyways.
Yeah, so Veneer, early, gets up, leaves his message, and leaves. For a different district.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Zorelia, you wake up with that note in your room, and the ladle door jammed.
Is it actually jammed?
No.
Okay, good. I'll take the ladle and be like, I don't understand why he cherishes this so much. He hasn't even cooked for us. I don't even know that he can cook. But
now that you're holding it, it's pretty dope.
I will keep it anyway.
Yeah.
I'll put it in my bag.
He is like, this is a piece of like my former life that I got that flash of. This was all he remembered him holding in that vision when he was truly him. But to you, it's a ladle that has no
proof
real.
that I'll be back. What the fuck is this?
Maybe it is magic.
He saved your foot with the ladle.
Oh yeah.
He beat that boot-eating fungus off of your
Maybe
foot
I
with the
will
ladle.
save somebody else's foot with it.
Very good. And now that you've read the note, you walk out into the halls. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do when you wake up?
Nope. I just get my sheep costume back on and I am with my mushroom armor underneath.
Hello, Zach.
Are you feeling sheepish this morning? Nah, they say.
I'm already out there.
Not meow.
Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. So you walk out of your door. You see Zorelia holding Veneer's ladle and a note. You're in your sheep uniform. And Tink, what are you up to?
If they come in, then I'm going to be looking myself in the mirror and twirling around in my little spiky dagger suit and just thinking how cool I look and how tough I look, doing like some, yeah, I can do this.
Nice.
I can
Very
do
good.
this. And try to psych myself up to it because it's like she is terrified. She is shaking, clearly like just like thinking that she's going to die again, but this time for good. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what you guys hear as you guys knock on the door.
Oh yeah.
Is her psyching herself up in the jingle jangling of her.
I'm
her
scary.
Jingle, jingle,
Shred
jingle.
freak suit. But yeah, when she eventually is confident enough to open the door to you guys realize that you're leaving your rooms at the same time as pretty much everyone else is getting ready to go to bed.
Oh my god, you look so badass and scary.
Aww, thank you. You look so cool, as always.
Thank you.
It's gonna be so cool. And Eddie!
Hello.
And so I got a note. Veneer left.
What?
What?
He left and he left me this. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, but he left and he says he's going to be back
Left you his
sometime.
ladle, but why?
Because
Well, it doesn't say why. I'm
It's
assuming
proof that I'll be back.
I mean,
it's proof he'll be
It's
back, I
really-
guess, because this means something to him.
do you have any idea why he left?
No.
He just left without us?
I think he
That's-
just
that's
didn't want to be
terrible.
part of our group anymore.
But we have this big project to do tonight, and now we're a man down.
He didn't. He thought that bad things were happening and that he didn't want to cause any harm to the group. So he said he would be back, but
Oh. When will he be back?
he didn't say when. He did not say when.
6
Ah.
o'clock.
Couldn't you message?
Could I message
D&D
him?
is hard, everyone.
Could you message him?
I have to know where he is to point.
Do you have any other means?
No. I have electrocution.
Well, that I'm sure will come in handy as well. But no way of communicating with him.
No.
All right.
No.
Maybe Dimitri. No, we shouldn't talk to him. Not Dimitri. Dimitri guy. Yeah, it's
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Yeah, probably shouldn't talk to them. They don't really like us.
Yeah, and he might want to keep this a secret. Does it mention that on their page? He might not want people to know what he's up to.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So is
Pretty
it?
secret guy.
It. Yeah. This is between us. Okay. He is gone. He'll be back.
Okay, well.
We'll be fine without him.
So what are we
Yes.
gonna do? Are we still just gonna go to this Rakdos gore house and just see how it goes?
Well, I mean, I for one would like to go.
I've never been to a show like this. What kind of stuff they're gonna have there?
Oh, you just wait and see.
Like, could I get an idea?
They have all kinds of things. There's lots of performances and lots of people die. Sometimes they have these really cool races. They do like all these other kinds of stuff. Like you could be in like a cage if you want, and then they could like cut you up. Or I mean, you could watch somebody else get cut up. That's pretty much.
Sounds
it.
needlessly violent.
Oh yes.
What do they do with the bodies? They just stack them in a pile somewhere? Where's the pile?
Yeah.
I imagine they do different things with the bodies. You know, I've never seen. They probably eat some of them. Yeah. They probably sell their organs on the market. I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
There is a common Rakdosian joke that is, if you are what you eat and you want to be human, and then it kind of is a funny way of laughing away cannibalism from one corpse chewer to the next.
Can you tell them that gnomes are very, very poisonous to be eaten? Like they
Is
probably
that- you are a gnome? I mean, it was never really clear. Are you a gnome? Are you-
I don't know. That's what people call me.
You're like a
That's what.
don't
gnome
know.
goblin human.
Yeah, but also pumped full of poison. So no eating, please.
Okay, we could mention that. I mean,
I mean, it
they
couldn't
might
hurt.
want to eat you more because
Oh god.
of that.
Okay,
So.
let's just not make me look tasty. It's
Just
okay.
nobody mentioned
I'm,
eating.
I'm right
Yes, we
next
won't
to a
mention
sheep.
eat- Like it's probably unlikely. They'll probably
They'll
wait
eat you
until you are
first.
dead before they eat you. So don't die. Yeah, don't die.
No, I will try not to.
All right. Well,
I'm really trying. I got
You went to-
armor.
you went to your grandma's.
Yes, I did.
Did she give you anything helpful?
Yeah. Oh, she gave me a map, and I'll pull the map out of my pocket and hold it up. Like,
What do I see?
it's so cool. it's like a theme park, and there's rides and things like that. Well, at least it says it's rides. Is this an actual ride? Like a good ride? Like a wee and not
I
ride.
I think it's both.
Oh.
Perspective plays a big role. Whether it's or
You really make it what you want.
Everyone's like saying as they go down, like there's little stick figures going down on the slide.
Okay, well maybe if we have time. Yeah, we can ride on the big snake there. But this man we're supposed to find, he's supposed to be at the Gore House. Do you see that anywhere on your map?
Then I'm looking.
The Gore House, right there.
Oh, yeah?
The Gore House is the central ring that is in the middle of that map.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of was built inside of some of the abandoned furnaces and kind of smelting industrial buildings.
Ooh, maybe there's some cool things that I can steal in there.
Maybe.
There is.
Maybe some
Well,
fireworks and stuff. I'm sure you'd like that.
Oh, fireworks.
Now, knowing that that's actually in that sector right there, I actually know of an underground means that we can get there maybe even a little faster. If you would be interested in braving the darkness again.
You don't want to go on the rides? Which way is better? Is it cool? Is it fun to go, like, through it? Have you ever, like, been through it?
So,
Which one's better?
Yeah.
yeah, I think at this point you would kind of, especially since she asked the question of, is this a or a you would know that if you go in through the guest entrance, it's very much for you. And if you go in through an underground means, if you try to circumvent the proper order of things and you go through some of the secret tunnels to access the demon's throat until eventually you get to the cavern of lava in which Rix Mahdi is pretty much suspended above. If you try to get into there, the demons and devils and imps that provide security, they're the ones who go, and you go, they will have a fun time hunting you down. So you could, in theory, if you could count on killing things like Masters of Cruelty and Sires of Insanity, Spawns of Rix Mahdi, things like that. There are crypt-born horrors that are down there, all kinds of weird and terrifying creatures that kind of sit in the dark places surrounding.
What do you
Okay,
say,
so-
Zarina? You kind of zoned out there. You think
could-
about some bad stuff down there?
We could either go the really scary, most likely dying way, which is your way, or we could go like the fun way, which is your way. So
Also death, but festive.
yeah, it's festive,
Yeah.
like Ramos style death.
We
so
will go
good.
for fun death.
Yeah, it's fun death.
Yeah. Hopefully,
That's
just
Italy.
the fun, not the death.
We will see.
Okay,
Awesome.
let's go.
Yay.
So
Yay!
you guys are going to leave the compound of the Mitts that is just next to Deadbridge, start going through the streets, heading north and east towards the southeastern corner of the smelting ward, where some of those factories and buildings have kind of been abandoned, and since they were open to occupation, Rakdosians have kind of filled that area and kind of brought it back in its own way. That's where you guys are headed to, is this crazy carnival cult-filled district that sits in the shadow of one of the Borosian keeps. Its garrison is constantly patrolling the area just to make sure that they kind of stay in their place.
So there's a lot of guards around and a lot of people.
Yes, the Boros heavily patrol from a nearby keep, but you can see that they very much have their territory, and then they understand that their goal is containment, not eradication, not invasion. The Boros patrols kind of maintain order very close by until they even kind of give you a warning, like, just so you know, you pass that street corner right there and you open yourself up to all kinds of weird and wonderful nonsense. All right?
I like wonderful.
I think we're counting on it.
Yep. And, yeah, he kind of lets you know, hey, they might be all about tomfoolery and nonsense, but that's a lot of surface-level distraction. They're a real threat, so, just watch yourselves. And, yeah, he kind of lets you move on past the cordon and keeps minding his patrol.
I'm gonna pump my chest up and put my arms on my hips and just walk in there like I know what I'm doing.
Awesome. So you're strutting through the streets with your
Trying
kind of
my hardest.
mock shred freak uniform
Yeah.
on. You can see that there are plenty of people out in the streets. It's the time of night where these things are really kicking off. You can hear in the distance and even see in like the giant kind of red illuminated lights that burn up from still working foundry equipment. Whether it's being used to an actual purposeful end or not, you're not 100% sure, but regardless, there is light, heat, smoke that kind of wreathes all of these rising spires as it kind of goes up from level to level, closer into the heart of District 10.
And a lot of people now starting to kind of
Yes.
show up for the show.
Plenty of people are showing up. A lot of the people from Precinct 6 who were working in the smelting wards, their shift is over. They're coming here to relax. Because Rakdos has some extremes, for sure, but there are less extreme things. And that's the district that you guys are walking through. Restaurants, they're the service industry. So you have these people who are making up all of these weird and wonderful exotic dishes, serving them in crazy ways, themed restaurants. They have
That's so
more
good.
tame acts.
This is so cool.
Right? It is amazing.
Is this what it's like for the rest of it? Because, like, this is amazing.
No.
Oh. Oh.
But
I wish.
It's
I
gonna be
wish.
bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you see as bad.
I mean,
Open
people
your mind.
getting their heads cut off, that kind of bad. Mostly mine.
That may or may not happen. I don't think it'll happen to you because you are really strong. You are the strongest sheep I know.
Yeah, as I'm kind of stumbling around like I'm on high heels on these little hooves.
Yeah. And as you stumble about on your hooves, someone from an alley, like their face just kind of shows up for a little bit and they go, like lambs to the slaughter. And he kind of gives you these fingers as he disappears in the
They're
alley.
getting attention, not the good kind.
Don't go in that alley.
But he beckons me.
You stay beside
He knows
me.
my name. Lemon. He says it from deeper in the alley, hoping, like, I guess he thinks that you are just going to walk in there with him, but
He's tempting. But
Maybe I'll give you candy.
No. Don't.
you can never be sure.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
yeah.
All right, we better get to this gore house, this giant circus of freaks.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. So you guys continue through these sweltering streets. Music really starts to kick in. There's all kinds of performers, people who line the streets. All of them seem to have some like little form of collection for payment of different kinds, and they're juggling all around the streets, getting in your way, out of your way, people hawking wares all over the place, different things to wave around and pop and make confetti go all over the place, different little scrolls of magic. One guy is very strangely selling like firebolt-like cantrips in a scroll so that even your common non-magic user can shoot fire at the people that they're going to watch, hawking tickets and things outside of the stadium.
Children.
Yep.
Oh,
There's even a part
I'll like
in,
show
like,
you my
are you buying
fireball.
some?
No, I've already got fireball. See?
Did you just cast fireball?
No, I'll just like if I can
Just goes like
because my
Yeah.
because my suit is more like controlled because of Andy's mum now. Can I do like a little lighter almost sort of fireball where it's like just to show off like
Oh,
my
just have like
fire.
little bits of flame kind of
Yeah.
dancing off of your fingertips?
look cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
I'll do
you kind
little
of do
flames.
that as you pass by the vendor. You can see that there's a bit of sign there with hastily scrawled like children under 5 cast free. So
That's good. Take the attention off of me. Thank you.
but you guys turn a corner and you can see like this fever pitch kind of building in the crowd as they are already a little bit in their cups, moving in this direction, all filing towards you turn and see the outline of the gore house, this carnarium, its walls kind of built outside of the old foundry equipment, kind of branching until it forms this circular half dome, and you can hear the crowds already braying for more slaughter as boom, boom, boom. You can hear fireworks and things already going off. Lightning shoots down from these storm clouds that build out of nowhere. Explosions are going off galore. Yeah, you guys see a Rakdos guild gate in front of you. The symbol of Rakdos's visage kind of carved in this monumental relief stuck above this archway, beckoning people in.
Oh my god, that is glorious.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, a lot more impressive than the underworld I showed you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You did have the bouncy mushrooms though. They were really fun.
I thought that was pretty cool.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good way to get around town.
I wish they had the bouncy mushrooms here.
I am sure they have a bouncy castle.
Oh my god. And I'm just gonna start running in.
Nice. You start running in, and there is a cult. There's a cult guild mage with like a jester's hat on and like the crazy clown makeup on, and he goes, "Welcome, one and all. No overcrowding here. We need people. We need butts in those seats. Oh, welcome to the Gore House.
I love your mask.
Thank you. We take pains for your pleasure and pleasure in your pain."
Oh boy.
Very nice. How do we get in?
You walk straight in. You can sit on the bleachers, watch the races. One of them just ended. We're cleaning up, you see. The other one should be starting momentarily.
Oh my god, that's going to be so fun. We're going to watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we so flabbergasted about? Let's go! He kind of like grabs you guys by the arms and starts jogging with you and jingle jangling. He gets you pretty much to the bleachers, but you can see that before you actually go up into the stands, and you can see that there are people who are buying things to eat, suspicious shapes in like the cuts of meat that are stuck on skewers that people are gnawing at. So you can see that you can become an audience member, but there's also another like ogre-like creature, half ogre, near demonic. It's a slaughterhouse bouncer. And he's kind of looking over the crowd, and he says, "You want deeper in? You want it for free? Join the entertainment. Come this way. Come one, come all. Race for your lives. Be part of the action. Don't just watch it. Come on, we got room."
Oh, let's avoid that, man.
I don't know about you, but I want deeper in.
Yeah, we kind of. I don't think we have enough money just to like pay our way in.
Are you sure? How much does it cost here?
I
mean,
don't know.
I've got.
Pretty sure the guild pack
I've got
just
some
pays for it all.
Oh,
money.
yeah.
I've got some coin.
Yeah, there is a separate line that's actually carrying off of people that you can see are very well-to-do. There are a great many Orzhov that don't really bother hiding their guild affiliation, as they just kind of pay this lizard-like creature who's got these robes and pouches all about him, who's taking payment for them to go through a different door. They seem to be going into a tunnel and circumventing the race course altogether. They're just paying their way through, and other people, you can actually tell that one of them has like a disguise on, but you can see the cut of his like standard issue Azorius boots. That is like, oh, come on, man. But yeah, people with money are paying a Viashino to not bother watching some races. They're going straight to the Gorehouse Carnarium
So
itself.
you see, we just give them a few copper and we're in.
Copper? I don't think so.
$1.50.
Tree.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the big bouncer guy and like tug on his leg.
Hello, little girl.
Oh,
How can I help you?
how much is it to get down?
It's, 2 Barosian 5.
I'm gonna go back to the guys.
He kind of looks at the rest of you.
2 per.
To what?
Barosian 5 gold coins. Denominations. We're in the shadow of a Boros keep. The soldiers, you see. They like the blood games.
What's a Barosian 5?
I
It's
definitely
a
don't
five gold coin.
I
So you need 10
definitely-
gold each, so you need 30 gold to get in.
Definitely
Keep up,
don't.
Mark.
I will strut over to him in my most Rakdos demonic way that I can.
For
And
others.
I'll stroke his chin. Don't you think we could get in for a little bit less?
Ooh.
He's just like, you can hear like his whole body, like the claws on his feet are kind of jittering against the stone. And he goes,
Yeah, I think I can make an exception. For you, just one. Half price.
For the three of us?
No. That one. Doesn't look like a fun one.
I have a sheep costume.
Oh, but he is the most
can-
fun of us all.
I have a nose for
and he kind of licks out at you.
Bowsers.
Ah,
He smells
man.
boring.
Boring?
She smells.
And he kind of licks in your direction.
She can come in. Half price.
Yeah.
She smells like danger.
Oh yeah. I die like 5 times a day.
Perfect.
Oh, that'll be
The
fine.
three of us, or none of us at all. 15.
I promise if you go to the next area, we'll make a big show of it. And we might even kill the sheep. That's mainly why we brought him.
What?
Go along with the edit.
Yeah.
No, sir. He's tightening restrictions on entry. Buying your way isn't for everyone. Half for you two. We need people, sure, but fun ones.
How much is that in copper?
It is definitely more than you have.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 gold.
Even at the half price, yeah, even at half price, he can't afford his way in.
Yeah. And you're the richest out of all that. I just,
Times are tough.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna have to go through the other way.
Maybe we can come to some other arrangement. I don't need it. Hard coin, bullion in my pouch. Credit will do. Are you part of a
I have,
financial institution?
Yes, I am. I have a rather good credit with the
It will do. It will do. It will do.
With money.
Drop your mom's name and get killed. It'll be great.
no. I'm not gonna-
Come now.
Red.
Lines. Money.
I don't have money. Not much. I was hoping you had some. No. We'll just have to.
There might be a racer around that needs a team.
Yes, there actually would be.
Screaming and yelling at people in the middle of it all.
Generally, people who want to like be part of the entertainment and then if they survive freely move through to the next exclusive kind of layer of entertainment, usually they come with a purpose. They're equipped, they're prepped, they go past the slaughterhouse bouncer, let them know that they're there to join, and they either do their own thing or they come with a team or they recognize some of the frequent racers and team up with people who they think will get them through alive. There is one guy. There's one racer who has come out of the racing pit to try to convince people to be with him. And you can see that others are avoiding him like the plague, and some people are like, throwing bits of meat at him and stuff. Yeah, he seems to be calling for people to join his racing team, but for some reason there aren't any takers.
Mm-hmm. He's a little creepy looking. You want me to explain the character?
Yes, definitely describe who they see.
So there is a the height's about 10-ish feet, but a good 4 feet of that is just hat. It's a very large, eccentric,
feet.
yeah, He's like 6 foot and some change, but then there's this hat that's really large, and the body is actually
fit in that
a
hat.
little gross
Oh my
looking. You can tell if you get closer that it's actually a corpse, and the hat on top has eyes and a mouth, and it's essentially just mannequing this thing around that's a zombie body dressed like a piñata.
What?
Well, that explains how he survived.
Seems
Yeah,
like
and you can just see him
you'd like
screaming
that
and
guy.
flailing around in the middle of the area there, yeah, trying to get people to be on his team.
Someone who's finished the meat on their skewer can't be bothered with like a garbage can, so they just stick it in his back while he's not looking and he doesn't notice, and they just move on. You can see a couple people have done it, particularly in like the butt cheeks. He's got like 6 of them in there. But
What about that, man? If we join with him, we may
We-
be able to get in for free.
We don't have a car and we don't have enough money, so I think we're gonna have
Maybe-
to.
I have a vehicle and money!
What?
Hello, why does no one take me seriously?
What do you think? Wait for the next character.
I feel like there's probably a reason why nobody is going with this guy, but I think it sounds really fun.
I'm gonna look around if there's any other people.
yeah, you can see. Well, actually,
that
you
probably-
can't.
Yeah.
If you piggyback on their shoulders, then I'll say you can see.
Oh my god, Andy!
What?
Can I piggyback?
Sure.
Crouch down.
Scurry up.
Yeah.
All right, with
Can I look around?
someone passed
With
by.
your tiny eye
Oh,
see."
you love to see it. What a loving dad. But yeah, so from on top of Andavarius's shoulders, you can see into the racing pit that there are quite a few like pit crews, vehicles, mages,
What
necromancers
kind of
and things.
vehicles are we?
You can see that there are an assortment of chariots. Some of them are being pulled by Rakdos rage mutts. That's one that you've actually heard of because attached behind those rage mutts, the 4-dog team, is this like fairy girl, like growing up girl who's into pixies and unicorns and princesses, except that's been like twisted and made like metal and spiky and like perverted, and you can see these 3 little zombified wingless pixies kind of like joking around in the back. Those are the butcher clowns. You can also see that there are some carnival hellsteeds, these 2-headed skull-faced creatures wreathed in flames that are being fed before the races.
Oh, that looks extreme down there.
Okay, I feel like this guy.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, I feel like this
Yeah.
guy is probably actually the best of the bunch.
He did survive, but where's the rest of his crew?
I don't know. Maybe.
I could really use a crew right about now.
Oh God.
I
Let-
think I would like to join your crew.
Oh, you don't say. Well, hot
Do you
stuff.
have rage mutts?
I don't know what that is, but I got a vehicle.
You do have a 2-donkey machine. You have a double donkey team. Oh, the donkeys are gone.
So, if I may, for the sake of skinning, it's a cart,
Yeah.
and it looks great. It doesn't actually need anything in front to maneuver it, but for the sake of fitting in, he's found a corpse of like a horse and just secured it to the front and supported it with shanks, so it looks like the horse is pulling it, but it's just this dead limp horse in the front.
So there's a dead horse, its legs dragging on the ground.
And
It's
then-
got flies and stuff
How does
on
it
it.
move?
And then on the back, there's a little sticker that says, "I'd rather be fishing."
There are other machines and vehicles that you can see that do not have animals pulling them. They are demon engines, fueled by souls and blood and dark magics.
Okay.
So, what happened to your last crew? And
Oh, hello.
hello,
Coming along for the ride.
is this the hat talking?
Eyes are up here, bub.
Oh, way up there. Well, how does exactly your cart move there? I just see you have a dead horse at the front.
How does anything move as the body just starts flying
How
around?
does anything move?
It's all about the will.
Ah, he's a wise one.
I don't even know a guy named Will. Well,
Oh, no.
who's on board? Starts looking around. Oh,
I'm like on Andy's shoulder, so I'm in line
Yeah.
with
anyone else?
What?
No, don't take it personally. You're just little.
I'm little, but I'm
But she
strong.
is suicidal.
Ah, one
She
of
will
my
fit
own
right
heart.
in. Yes.
All right, come along. wrong?
How are you kept alive? What is this?
It's way squishy. You didn't.
There's some skin, the liver, or something underneath that's waiting to
So,
pop.
okay, does your cart move, though? I see your noble steed is a bit, worse for wear.
Yeah, that's just Denise. Don't worry about Denise.
Okay.
Smack the horse's butt.
Does a piece of it fall off?
No, it just sounds like a wet fish hitting a punching bag.
Oh god.
Would you
Seems
like
about
me
right.
to breathe, maybe try to breathe some new life into her?
Well, that could be fun.
It might speed us up a little bit if we are to be a team, in fact.
Oh, freak out the horse! Do it!
Alright, I will cast Animate Dead on the steed.
Nice.
All right.
And it should last 24 hours.
Fantastic.
Oh
Let
my
me see if
god.
I don't think there's any kind of save or anything. It's just she's just up and going.
that case, you really can pull the card, I guess, if you want
Yeah,
to.
the steed animates, and you can tell because it
Oh
the tongue just lolls out of its face,
no.
and its nose pulls back like horses do.
Sorry, only works on humanoids.
Why don't we just say it works?
That's
Oh, you did it! It's great!
I'll take it.
That's a great horse, like,
She's very person-like, so it works.
Oddly enough, you realize that your necromantic magics come
And she's
very
medium
easy to
sized.
you in this pit crew area. There are a lot of necromancers at work patching up like the racers and other dead animals and undead type creatures. So your abilities are actually enhanced, and you bring the horse
course.
to animation and unlife.
Wow, but I bet this won't last as long, so maybe we should hurry up.
Yeah. Maybe we can just put on a good show and then we can get down there. Maybe.
Yeah, and we should be also keeping a lookout for this. What's this? Riot mage?
Yes.
Who's causing all this havoc up there?
Yeah.
We will keep a lookout.
Anyone that know what he looks like?
No, I will be able to sense it, I think.
Yeah, look for someone important.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course. It
Okay.
has to be like the most important person in here, I would imagine.
He probably has his own box. And
He
everything.
probably does, yes.
You ever feel like you're not part of a circle?
Oh,
Alright, all on board! And he'll climb on board.
what's your name?
Yeah.
My name's Becky. It's nice to meet you.
That's a girl's name.
Don't you tell me what a girl's name is. What do they call you?
And the various.
I'm calling you Shroom Tip. Get in, Shroom Tip.
Is that because of my mushroom stock?
Oh, sure. As I'll reach up to do this like invisible honking thing, I'll touch the horse's butt and little gonna come out of it.
Yeah, it's
rocket propelled.
like all of the gas that's built up in its decomposing
Oh,
stomach.
yeah.
You just rumble its body and it does that.
I'm gonna do it as an artificer thing, but that's cool too.
Oh, okay, awesome. Very good. So if you guys mount up, the slaughterhouse bouncer stops kind of taking admissions after another team joins in. Some people are coming in as individuals. Yeah, but he stops them because while they do want lots of people on the track to increase mayhem,
So,
a race does actually have to be able to happen, so there are limits.
do we have to just race or like do we have to get around the track faster than everyone or is it like killing people or what happens?
Oh, it is like all of that good fun.
Oh,
So there actually is a racing element to it.
so
Yes.
So we have to go
Okay.
fast and live. And do we have to kill things? Because
like the
Well,
other team.
don't mind,
I think
really.
you would rather kill the things than have the things kill you, so
I'm just wondering if there's a point system.
no.
Like if we can look cool.
We already look cool. We've got the dead horse.
I think we're the coolest people
Whatever Becky
Yeah.
is.
Becky, you're actually quite familiar. You've died in these races quite a few times. You know that there is a racing element, which is if you manage to cross the finish line first, you are allowed to drink from this like trophy cup that's sitting by the starting line and the finish line after you do 2 laps around the course, and it has Skullmead brew in it. You drink that, and that takes you places. However tired or beat up you were feeling, it makes you a little bit loopy, but you can party
Nice.
all
Is-
night long as if
Is
You're
cheating
brand fresh.
allowed?
No,
We're
I
in
can't
the
imagine it would be
Rakdos
here.
area.
If it was allowed, it wouldn't be cheating.
Yes, but
Okay,
But I like the way you think.
So, what are the carts on the other teams made of?
one of them is a skeletal batter horn that's its corpse has been animated, hollowed out, and platforms like a floor has been built into its rib cage, and there are smaller like areas that you can hook onto your belt as you hang off of its tail and spinal column, and then its head has like these spikes added onto it, a place for someone riding on the front and behind the shield of its undead body. That's one of them. There's also a chariot pulled by some carnival hell steeds. You've got the butcher clowns riding in there, chariot pulled by the rage mutts. You've also got a mayhem devil who is going onto the race course on a unicycle.
Oh.
So it goes from big vehicles right down to small ones.
Well, at least I think we can take that one.
Oh, yes,
I'm-
definitely.
I meant like, if we cheated just a little bit, like a strategically placed acid splash or like a firebolt at
Oh, absolutely.
on one of their carts,
Absolutely.
so it just breaks. Like, not to break it now, because we don't want
Oh,
them to
yes,
start
during the
and
show.
then be like, yeah, because then I can just shoot one and then it'll be dead.
Yeah, I think you should absolutely do
Can you?
That
can
is
you,
encouraged,
Can
absolutely.
you try? Can you try and flirt with them, or something, or even you? Maybe they like sheep, and I can
be
go
a very
and
persuasive
sneak over there.
sheep.
I would like you to flirt with them. That would definitely help.
I would try.
And get them away from their cart so I can
Try-
go in.
Have you
Try to get them to come to me with all my charisma.
have you flirted before?
I can't say that I have a lot of experience in that. I mean, I used to practice conversations with my mother, and you know, she would teach me how to court a lady, and you know,
I'm gonna start heading
you
over
use
there.
That. Maybe your outfit will help.
you just have to be very nice and do everything they say, and then she will eventually, years down the road, come to like you. Right?
We don't have years. We have like seconds.
Then no, I'm probably not the guy for that.
In fact, some of the vehicles are starting to mount up and being moved out onto their places on the
yeah.
track, on the starting line.
I'm gonna go over and just like strike up conversation with some of them to be like,
Now, are you trying to sabotage some of the bigger vehicles? Because they have multi-man crews, like
Just-
4 to 6 people. There are some that are like
Ooh.
a motor bike,
instead
a
of
demon engine that's a
sabotaging
single
them
man
now,
thing.
can I just go over and start talking to them while I am trying to do like a insight or investigation to see where on the cart is like a weak point?
Yes, you can do some
So that-
investigations
cool.
for
So
sure,
I'm
up
gonna-
close and personal.
I'm gonna go over there and start talking to some of the ones in the big carriages and just seem like I'm a fan. I think they're amazing, and I'm just like, oh my god, this carriage is so cool. Can I see it? Can you show it to me?
Oh, I can show it to you. Up on up, mind the spikes.
Oh, I love spikes. The more the better.
He goes to like show
I'll
you
put
one.
my
There isn't
hand
like a
out.
little step there, so you put your hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, could you help me?
Oh,
It's
I
a
can.
bit.
Kind of cups behind both cheeks and just like puts
thank
you
you.
onto the vehicle.
Thank you. And I'll look around.
Yeah, so that's the demon engine right there. That's where we
Yeah.
put the blood in.
That's so cool.
She only takes premium blood.
Yeah. He
I got
goes,
a
that's our
16.
ragamuffin. We call her Muffin. And there's this like
That is the
zombified
cutest
voodoo girl.
name.
Yeah. Hey guys, is
is
that
it-
ready? We gotta go.
Is it investigation?
Yes, it is investigation.
I got a 24.
a 24 to look for like structural weaknesses.
Oh yeah, while he's pointing me out basically and being like, this is that bit, this is... So like, what is the like fuel like in this? Like it looks really, really cool. Like, is it flammable? Do you like put...
Oh, no. That's not where the fire on this bad boy comes from. That's this guy. I bring the fireworks.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
for fuel, we actually rent like super cheap some quality indebted souls from the Orzhov, people who are like trapped up and not doing anything. Like if they can't get them working as clerks and stuff, then we just pop them in the engine, burn them up.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what does my 24 get for like investigational weak points, basically?
You, as you're looking at this thing, you see that this vehicle has some kind of enchantment on it. If you're dipping into arcane and kind of looking at the weave of it, it's very unsubtle magic. So you can tell that this is something called riot spikes.
Okay.
Riot spikes are normally supposed to be cast on a person, and it's like arcane jags that rip out of the person's skin. They've managed to slap it onto the vehicle, and so these spikes are ripping through from the center of it out through its metal plates,
So
which looks cool but is kind of harming the integrity.
okay. So like so does it look like more like an acid or a fire or lightning sort of thing?
If you were to hit the spikes with lightning, it would actually make it far easier to focus because it would be like a conductor,
rod.
Yeah.
and it would bring it straight into the heart of the vehicle. It'd be easier to hit, and it would take it right to its core.
So it's more like a acid and damage the spikes sort of thing.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Oh, it is lightning.
It would
okay.
be more susceptible to
Oh,
lightning
and it would go
damage.
straight in and then hopefully explode it. Cool. Okay, that's sweet. And yeah, I'll just like look over his machine,
All these
pump
chariots
him up a little bit,
at the
make
starting
him
line.
feel really cool.
Some of them are starting to move out. Not all of them. It's like a
Some-
queuing process.
So-
Some of the old favorites and stuff go at the back, and all of the newbies kind of go to the front.
Okay.
So,
So they can
who
chase
are
us
you trying to beat tonight? I'm sure you'll be the best.
Who am I trying to beat?
Yeah.
Everyone? Isn't that how a race works?
I know that,
He dies
but
first?
like,
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's died first. He grabbed my ass. But
So, you gonna be on my crew? You gonna be in the stands? How'd you get back here?
no, I'm just jumping over someone else's car. I'm not actually driving it. Like it's not mine. I'm just jumping on to have some fun.
Hey, how about this? I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
Normally, when we pick people off of their vehicles and drain their blood to power up our demon engine, give it that
Yeah.
extra little boost, that's how we kind of treat strangers on our vehicle. But if I capture you, how about instead of me draining your blood, you drain me?
Okay.
Great. Oh,
Yeah. If I'm about to fall off my cart, then please like catch me, because
that's not really like in the
you
spirit of the
ever-
race,
Have
but I
you-
guess I can. As long as you're gonna like help me kill other people and
of
stuff.
course. Have you ever been with a gnome?
No, I can't say I have. I don't
Yeah.
even really know what a gnome is.
It's me. It's gonna
Then
be
I like
gonna be the
gnomes.
best thing you've ever had. And then I'll walk back and I'll do a little shake while like trying not to throw up.
He like hangs off of one of the spikes and is just like, "Hey, what's your name?"
Tink.
Tink.
The Destroyer.
Tink the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, make everyone chat that.
Yeah. So
And I'll put
he
it back to them.
he looks at the rest of his crew and they're like, "You did it, Chad. Yeah, man. You did it." And they're like giving him a high five. Thanks, Cal. It's finally coming up for you, buddy.
All right. While she's doing that, I'm just kind of sauntering around, just checking out these carts, the ones that are parked and just ready to go. And I'm just gonna sneakily just pull out a little of that adhesive mushroom called Bubble Bum. Just put one of those little flashbang seeds inside and tuck that away on the back of the wheels on just three
That is
just
brilliant.
of the
That is
tougher
actually
looking carts.
amazing.
So hopefully when they do roll off eventually,
They have a
they go
Now-
snag
crushes the
start.
seed
Yeah.
and then.
The tougher looking carts are going to be harder to sabotage because they have multi-man crews.
I'm not looking to sabotage the cart. I'm looking to blind everybody with the flashbang.
No, that's what I mean. Like, they're not going to let you get close to
Yeah.
the vehicles, and they've got people on watch. But some of the smaller vehicles, the ones that'll be right in front off the get-go, the ones that are trying to win the race through sheer speed, you
Yeah.
can just go, enjoy that. Enjoy driving at high speeds while blind. You could easily sabotage a few of the devil bikes and
Okay.
one-man machines.
Yeah, so I got 3 of those. So
Boom, boom, boom. Gonna have you do a stealth roll for me.
Do they have any horses on these vehicles?
Yes, there is one person who has like brought a horse. I doubt you're putting the flashbang on the bottom of its hoof. But there are like single man things and animals involved. All
I
kinds
want
of
to see if I can
weird
give them a
stuff.
distraction.
Oh, for sure.
I don't remember this armor I got off Feldara, does it give me disadvantage on stealth rolls?
I think it makes it a straight one.
I wouldn't think so. It doesn't clatter like metal armor.
Okay, good. Oh, very nice. 21.
Oh,
Yeah, with a 21, you are so stealthy that you don't even have to rush the job. So now you don't even have to roll for sleight of hand to see how well you place them or if it adheres. You can take your time, especially with, Becky, who's kind of the joke of the circuit, just kind of running distraction. You can apply it right on.
I'm gonna make a show of one of the guy's horses and be like, "What year is this one? Mine's vintage," and I'll point at mine that's just dead at the front of the cart.
Yeah, so a couple little one-man vehicles have been sabotaged, including, in the end, a horse.
Nice.
You managed to attach it on the bottom of its... While it's walking, it's not enough pressure, but once it starts galloping, it'll smash the thing.
Sweet.
Nobody suspects the big sheep.
No one ever suspects the big sheep.
Awesome. Tink, you've done your examination. And Avarius, you've done your sabotaging. You've helped him. Zoralia, anything you're cooking up?
I was just going to talk to Becky and be like, so you've been doing this for a little while? Yeah.
Well, if you count successfully, no, but generally, yes.
Well, typically what do you do to mess with the other racers?
Honestly, I just show up.
Okay.
I find just being myself is enough to mess with anyone, really.
Fair point. But you have survived all this time? How
Well, survival's kind of a loose term.
So smack the horse's butt.
Yes. Okay. I was just wondering if maybe you had any kind of ideas of little sneaky things that I could do to kind of make us win,
I have a feeling that if we were fast, we could win. Otherwise, I have no idea. I'll be honest, it's a little hard finding a team.
Have you won before?
No.
Oh,
Are you...
boy.
Can
Okay.
Exhibitionist Retreat be put on someone else?
Does it say it can?
It doesn't say in the description, but I'm just not sure.
Is
I
the
just-
casting range self? Because then it's on yourself.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
There we go.
Ah.
No, only upon yourself.
I think there's like a long strider spell that might be...
Yeah. But I don't have that, sadly.
But yeah, so you know that the person who crosses the finish line first gets to drink from the celebratory cauldron of Skullmead brew. Everyone else who passes alive gets to make it further down, and not necessarily even everyone who passes alive. If you just cross the finish line, you are kind of patched up a little bit for your efforts in providing the entertainment, and then you're allowed to move further on, or you can stay here and race all
Okay.
night.
So if we pass alive, then we're okay.
So, hopefully that's the case. If not, I'll try to patch you up and get you back out there.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've got 2 carts in this race, so I think I'll be okay. Hopefully. Oh my god.
Hey,
That would be
Becky,
Yeah?
you any good at driving this thing?
Yes.
Because if you want, I've actually had a cart and a mount most of my life, and
Good, I'm not proficient with any of this.
I'm actually quite.
Yeah, we might win yet.
All right, I'll take the reins, and what are you going to do from the back? All right. Just try our best.
Let's
Awesome.
get ready to go.
And
let's go.
you see that Becky's cart was the last one into the actual pit, so you guys are the last vehicle to kind of drag yourselves
Only
on.
the best ones are at the back.
Yeah, so you guys move through this kind of tunnel, and while you're in there, you can already hear this muffled sound of all of the tramping feet moving above you. Until you exit through the other side of the tunnel, and having gone through the stands, and actually get onto the onto the racetrack. And since you're the last one, everyone immediately starts bits of magic flying into the air from the stands. All kinds of things are being thrown at the racers already. You can hear someone who's selling like spiked balls for people to throw. Other people are selling like explosive munitions and things like that for a little bit more money. Other people are straight up like aiming bows and arrows.
Put my shield up towards the crowd.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Awesome. You cast Mage Armor, you get your shield up just in time because you're the last one. A lot of people in the front seats are kind of pelting you guys with little things for the moment.
I'm gonna cozy up to Andavarius, get behind his shield.
In the shadow of his shield.
I'm
nice.
on the roof.
Yeah. You look, what's the big deal? He's got a thing stuck in his face. Yeah, so the crowd is already like brought to this fever pitch. And some announcer using thaumaturgy through this like rune-enchanted like piece of stone yells, "Welcome, one and all, to the Rakdos race course here in the abandoned smelting ward. All right, guys, get your animals rearing, get your engines rumbling. Let these folks hear the anthem of Rakdos." He yells it out, and they just.
Hey Becky, what's the name of your horse?
You guys feel this like boom, boom, this like thrumming energy as the ground itself vibrates. The crowd is almost transmitting its like lust for blood into you. You being a chaotic person in general, you being Rakdosian aligned, and you never having experienced any kind of outpouring of emotion to this degree, and you just eat this up. This is what you unlive for. You guys feel fantastic. You guys are each going to start off the race with a D6 of temporary HP.
Oh.
And
D6.
as the anthem of Rakdos...
One.
Aww.
Yay!
One.
Woo!
As the crowd shouts for blood and you guys take it all in, he goes, "Ready!"
Alright, at the last second, I want to activate Spore Form.
Nice.
As the race starts.
All right. He lets you guys know, 2 laps, first round, drinks from the Skullmead Brew, the cauldron of racing champions. And remember, folks, there are no rules here, but if you decide someone's not following them, let them have it. And they go, yeah, and they start throwing shit at people that they don't like the look of. You can tell that there's one guy at the front who's clearly taking this too seriously. His vehicle is not bedecked or bedazzled in any real way, and he's not really cheering or getting hyped up, and he gets absolutely pummeled with javelins. Someone throws a lantern, a mug of ale gets in there. The guy actually probably gets knocked out, if not killed outright. It's just like, wah, 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 and like a chair gets ripped out of the stands and lands on him. So, there are no rules. It's kill or be killed. First person across the finish line gets the big prize. Go! He yells all these things. And you hear these ethereal screams from these demon engines that are being let loose from their arcane locks.
Nice.
All of these animals scream, the people yell, and instant dust as everything kicks up into the air, including at the back of this huge pile of debris, this big sandstorm from all the moving vehicles, this like greenish, dark brownish hue coming off from this spore form.
I just wanted to latch onto everything at the start. As they're starting their turns there, just everything, whatever's around me.
Yeah.
If it can even reach it, it's usually a 10-foot range.
All right. We'll get to that next time. Sorry to make you wait on the edge of your seats, but that's RAVNICA for you.
Oh, you didn't realize. Oh my god.
So close, it's so fun.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Awesome.
So, thank you for joining us for episode 4. Remember, if you like what you're seeing, to click the like button, subscribe to us, and click that little bell notification to be notified when we come up with awesome episodes like this. Tune in next time. Start your engines.
Races on!